Have you ever wondered why, right before the biggest blessings, life seems to fall apart? You pray, you believe, you wait, yet silence echoes back. Frustration creeps in, doubts whisper louder. But what if I told you God was never ignoring you? What if instead He was setting you up for something so big, so life-changing, you could hardly imagine it? Before every mighty move of God, there are signs. Clear, powerful signs. Yet, most people miss them. They get discouraged, they walk away, they lose heart. They think God has forgotten. But the truth is, God is closer than ever. Preparing, aligning, shaping the path ahead. Think about Joseph, a young man with dreams bigger than the sky. Yet betrayal came first. Sold as a slave, accused falsely, forgotten in prison. Everything looked broken, hopeless. Yet every tear, every injustice, every lonely night was part of God's master plan. Joseph was not being destroyed. He was being positioned. The same is true for you. If you're feeling pressure, if doors are closing, if people are leaving, if your spirit feels restless, it is not random. It is divine. God is shifting your story. He is clearing the path, preparing the blessing, positioning you for something greater than gold, more precious than anything money can buy. Listen closely. Watch carefully. These are not signs of failure. They are the fingerprints of the Almighty, touching your life, marking your journey for greatness. If you can see the signs, if you can hold on just a little longer, you will step into a season of favor, blessing, and victory that only the hand of God could design. Are you ready to recognize what heaven is preparing? The first unmistakable sign that God is about to bless you is this: intense, relentless challenges. Not small, not fleeting, but battles that shake your soul. Hard days when getting out of bed feels like lifting mountains. Nights when prayers seem swallowed by the darkness. Moments when you wonder if you have been abandoned. But you have not. You are standing at the edge of a breakthrough. Before every great blessing, there is warfare. Heaven's promises attract hell's resistance. The enemy does not fight what does not threaten him. If your life feels heavier lately, if pressure seems unbearable, it means your future is blindingly bright. The devil knows it. He wants to break you before you taste it. James 1 verses 2-3 tells us clearly, "Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow." Notice, God does not say if trouble comes, He says when. Struggle is not a sign of God's absence. It is a sign of His preparation. Look around. If relationships feel strained, if finances are under attack, if health battles arise, take heart. You are not losing. You're being stretched. Your spiritual muscles are growing. You are being equipped to handle the weight of the blessing that is coming. No one builds strong towers on weak foundations. Neither does God. Joseph faced betrayal, slavery, imprisonment. Yet behind every locked door, God was carving a greater destiny. Behind every tear, He was forging a leader. You are no different. You are chosen, set apart, anointed for more. Your pain is not punishment. Your struggle is not rejection. It is God's proving ground. Maybe you've been facing setbacks in your career. Maybe your business has been shaking. Maybe your family relationships have been breaking apart like fragile glass. And yet, something inside you refuses to quit. That is not coincidence. That is resilience. God's Spirit strengthening you. Many people give up at the doorstep of their miracle. They mistake the final storm for final defeat. But oh, beloved, the fiercest battles always rage just before the dawn. Hold your ground. Stand firm. Cry if you must, but do not move backwards. If God has allowed challenges to come, it is because He trusts you to overcome. He knows what He planted inside you. He knows the promises He spoke over your life. They're not canceled. They're not forgotten. They're closer than ever. So, when life feels overwhelming, remember this. You're not cursed. You are not forgotten. You are a warrior being forged by the hand of Almighty God. And very soon, if you do not give up, You will step into a season where battles become testimonies, tears turn into triumphs, and every scar becomes a crown of honor. Can you feel the ground trembling beneath your feet? That is not fear. That is destiny calling. The second sign that God's blessing is near is this: divine disconnection. A holy separation that often feels like heartbreak. Before God lifts you higher, He clears the ground around you. Before He opens new doors, He closes the old ones, sometimes with a painful slam. You may notice friends drifting away, family members misunderstanding you. Doors that once swung open now lock tight. Invitations vanish. Opportunities disappear. It feels lonely. It feels confusing. But it is not rejection. It is protection. God sees what you cannot. He knows who can walk with you into your next season. Not everyone who starts the journey is meant to finish it with you. Some are assigned only for a chapter, not the whole story. Remember Jesus. Before His greatest miracles, before the cross, He often withdrew alone. In the Garden of Gethsemane, even His closest disciples could not stay awake. They could not carry the weight of His calling. And so, He faced the hardest night alone, yet never truly alone, for the Father was with Him. If you're losing people, do not chase them. If certain relationships are falling apart, do not cling. God is not trying to punish you. He is pruning your life, carefully, lovingly, just like a gardener trims a tree to make it bear more fruit. Sometimes, the people you thought were your biggest supporters turn silent. Sometimes, those you trusted most turn away. Let them go. Let God's hand do its holy work. The space they leave behind is not emptiness. It is room for new blessings to flow. God removes to replace. He separates to elevate. He subtracts to multiply. Trust the process. Trust His wisdom. Trust His timing. When doors close, when voices fade, when crowds thin, do not panic. Heaven is orchestrating a setup far bigger than your earthly eyes can see. You are not being abandoned. You are being prepared. You are not being punished. You are being promoted. So, if your circle has grown smaller, if your phone is quieter, if the rooms you once filled now echo with silence, lift your head. Smile through the tears. Whisper a prayer of thanks. God is clearing the stage for your next great act. And beloved, what He has planned will be worth every goodbye. The third powerful sign that God is moving is this: spiritual restlessness. A holy stirring deep within your soul. A sense that something is shifting, even if your eyes cannot see it yet. You may wake up feeling unsettled. You may lose interest in things that once thrilled you. Hobbies that once filled your days now feel empty. Conversations that once excited you now feel shallow. You're not broken. You're not lost. You're being awakened. God is stirring your spirit because He is preparing something new. Isaiah 43 verse 19 says it so clearly, "For I am about to do something new. See, I have already begun. Do you not see it? I will make a pathway through the wilderness. I will create rivers in the dry wasteland." When God starts something new, He often first makes you uncomfortable where you are. He loosens your grip on the old so you can reach for the new. He places a longing in your heart that no earthly thing can satisfy. Maybe you feel a deeper hunger for prayer. Maybe you feel called to read the Word more. Maybe you feel a growing urge to step out in faith, even when it feels risky. That stirring is not random. It is heaven's whisper pulling you forward. Do not ignore it. Do not silence it. Lean into it. Press closer to God. Spend more time at His feet. Listen with your heart, not just your ears. This restlessness is a gift. It means you are not settling. It means you are being called higher. It means your spirit knows, before your mind does, that the season is about to change. And beloved, when God shifts the season, miracles are never far behind. The fourth unmistakable sign that God is at work is this: doors begin to open unexpectedly. Opportunities you never asked for suddenly appear. Paths you thought were closed swing wide before you. It feels almost surreal. A phone call out of nowhere. A job offer you did not pursue. A conversation that leads to a breakthrough you never imagined. Favor seems to follow you. like a river rushing after a long drought. This is not coincidence. This is not luck. This is divine alignment. God's fingerprints are all over it. Proverbs 3 verses 5 to 6 reminds us, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. When God opens a door, you do not have to push it. You do not have to force it. You do not have to beg for it. It simply opens in His perfect timing, in His perfect way. Sometimes the opportunities seem too big, too fast, too beyond what you think you deserve. But remember this, God is not limited by your qualifications. He is not restricted by your resume. He is moved by His purpose, not your past. When favor follows you, it will place you in rooms you never imagined. It will bring you into conversations you never sought. It will connect you with people you never thought you would meet. Do not be afraid. Do not shrink back. Step through the doors God opens, even if your knees shake, even if your voice trembles. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward, even when fear is screaming. If doors are opening, it means heaven is shifting things in your favor. It means God's hand is moving pieces you cannot see. It means prayers you prayed years ago are now being answered. Walk boldly, trust fully, celebrate joyfully, because when God opens a door, no man, no demon, no circumstance can shut it. And beloved, the doors He is unlocking now are leading you straight into the future you were born to walk in. Beloved, if you're seeing these signs, you are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are standing on the very edge of something holy, something bigger than your dreams, something only the hand of Almighty God could shape. The battles you have fought, the loneliness you have endured, the silent tears no one saw, they were never wasted. They were planting seeds in heaven, seeds that are now breaking through the soil of your life. Your restless spirit is not confusion. It is a divine alarm clock, waking you up to destiny. Every closed door, every painful goodbye, every unexpected shift is a whisper from heaven saying, hold on, beloved, I am not finished. Can you feel it? Can you sense the ground trembling under your weary feet? That is the sound of new beginnings. That is the roar of old chains snapping. That is the voice of God saying, come higher, come closer, come receive. Now is not the time to quit. Now is not the time to shrink. Now is the time to stand firm, with tears in your eyes if you must, and declare, I will not give up. I will not let go. I will walk through every door my Father opens. If this word has stirred your soul, if you feel the Spirit whispering to you even now, I invite you to type your prayer below. Pour out your heart. Speak to your Father. Tell Him your hopes, your battles, your desperate faith. He is listening. He is closer than your next breath. And beloved, what He has prepared for you is worth every tear you have ever cried. Type your prayer below. Let heaven hear you. Let faith rise again.